I taught in a brick and mortar school for 15 years. Some of the limitations are time and flexibility. There is just not enough time during the school day to reach the needs of all of our students. I knew that the field of education was changing. I knew that the look of schools was changing, and I wanted to be a part of it.
I've always been excited about innovative practices for teaching and learning. So to find a school that really was focused on changing the whole dynamic of how schools are structured.
I wanted to make sure that my children were just as competitive with their peers who may have been in a brick and mortar. We came from a traditional homeschool background, so we were looking for some other options as the kids were matriculating higher up in their educational level that gave them more support, and that's when we came across North Carolina Cyber Academy.
My daughter's a competitive gymnast, so us being at NCCA has given her the flexibility to be a great gymnast and still have great academic skills.
When I was going to all these places, I wasn't able to keep up, and it started to make me get lower grades because I was missing all these days of school. But with NCCA, I can keep up with all that stuff and make sure that I'm still getting good grades.
They provided computers, they provided the curriculum, they provided the support, and they provided the orientation to transition us into this virtual environment.
We're meeting the needs of students from the mountains, the western side of North Carolina, all the way to the beach, Wilmington, and everywhere in between. I mean, just about every county, every district is represented at this school. When I first came here, we were under 2,500. We're over 3,000 K-12 right now.
Man, frankly, we've been able to hire some excellent staff. 100% of our teachers are North Carolina certified. We've actually increased the number of staff dramatically over the last several years, purposely to try to reduce the class size in elementary, middle, and high school. And reducing the class size will allow our teachers to develop a personal one-on-one relationship with the kids and with the families.
Instructionally, the transition from the brick and mortar setting to the virtual setting is very different, but it's still very similar in the sense that you have to create relationships with your students, and teachers and our staff do a wonderful job of that, of getting to know students, really connecting with the entire family unit, of knowing the learning coach and the parent, because they are an integral part here.
I was a principal at a brick and mortar school for 6 years, about the same size as this high school. At 3 o'clock, I could have been 30 different places. Here at this school, I'm dedicated to being in one place, and that's ready for parents to enter this virtual office at 3 o'clock. Every day, I'm always available. I've never had that experience in almost 20 years of being a principal. Being available at an exact time every single day, making sure I'm accessible. That's really, really important to our parents and our students.
So as a learning coach, I'm on the sideline here supporting the teachers, what they've taught them throughout the day, and I'm motivating them, I'm encouraging them. I'm setting up structure in the home to make sure that education is primary, that there are minimal distractions, that they are completing their assignments, that they're progressing and understanding what they're learning. If they have questions, I try to answer, but as they get higher up in grade levels, I'm directing them to those resources.
We also make sure that we have learning coach hubs to support our parents with certain needs that may come up with their children. We want to ensure that we have done all we can to prepare them.
We have built a family. We've built a sense of community. We are continuing to help these families understand that, even in a virtual setting, you can connect and relate to your teachers and to your principals and to your counselors. Actually, I think it allows us to provide more personalized education.
Every single day, our kids have the opportunity to interact with a live teacher, not just in a facilitator manner, but an actual relational way.
Our students are engaged, and they're learning in different ways. They don't all learn by sitting in a classroom and listening to someone. They want to be engaged in technology. They want to be collaborating with other people, and they all do it differently. This gives them the opportunity to find their strengths and to work them.
I'm excited about our ability to continue to attract families who now see online learning not just as an emergency option, but as a first choice.
We have a continual flow of parents who recognize the value, the importance of this opportunity as an online virtual school at the Cyber Academy.
I'm just excited about where we're going, very excited about the level of engagement that I am seeing from my students, the level of engagement that I'm seeing from my teachers, and just the excitement of seeing our students learn.
I see this as the future. We've come a long way. We've opened up a lot of new options, but there's still room to grow. I see this as meeting the needs of our kids, as building relationships with our families, and developing independence in their learning. And so I'm excited to be a part of it.